Good morning, Blue Streaks.
Happy Thursday. I'm Emily Argueta.
And I'm Daniela Paz.
We've got an incredible episode lined up for you amazing people.
Yes, sir. We'll take a look at golf,
the school food market,
and the weather, of course.
Let's get started.
Wow, I feel like this week just flew by.
You know, things have been flying around a lot lately.
What sort of things?
Well, we got baseball, tennis ball, softballs.
4!
Oh, and we even got golf balls.
How about we check in on our Blue Streak golfers?
And Maust gives his ideas of who's going to win in the Masters.
I mean, the Masters, it's always my favorite event of the year. I mean, it's such an iconic venue. They're always the best players there. And the history, it's just always a great time of year.
Sam gives his thoughts on who's going to win the Masters and why.
I wanted Michael Brennan to win because we have the same coach. But Scotty's always a good pick.
Sam Maust gives his thoughts on where golf stands.
I think golf's definitely growing. I think it hopefully will continue to grow. I think accessibility is a little bit of a difficulty for some people, but programs like the First Tee that we have here really help.
Sam shares the best ways to get into golf.
I would say find a local place, just a small place, you know. Like I said, our First Tee organizations are really good for getting people into the game. They have relatively cheap or free clubs that, you know, they'll lend to people, and it's really helpful that they, you know, can do that, so money's not an issue. And just finding a local course, like Heritage Oaks, for example, municipal course, not very expensive to play, a little more casual scene, and it really helps to have people like that you know, make it more accessible and not as like stingy and stuff like that.
Sam talks about the distinct image of golf.
I think that the more people, I say people who have never done golf before, I think maybe can look down upon it because they have an image of a couple hundred years ago where it's a lot of, you know, old white men that were not very kind or, you know, all that stuff. But I think once people get into it, and especially now that it's growing and it's getting more diverse, I think it's hopefully getting a better name.
Shares his thoughts of during when he's over the ball and when he's about to hit the ball.
I try to have as little thoughts going through my head as possible, at least while I'm like standing over the ball or the shot. Obviously, a lot of factors can play into what shot you're trying to hit before you hit it, like, you know, the wind, how hot it is, if it's wet, which way the grass is growing, all that type of stuff you have to think about. But once you're over the ball, you really should just be thinking about making a good swing and not really thinking about much.
Sam gives his stance on how golf impacts you later on.
Sport that you can do for the rest of your life, you know, not everybody can play football until they're 80, but you can play golf as long as you want.
This is Santiago Molina, signing off for HHS Media.
Hole in one.
You can never live up to Rory McIlroy.
You're right, but I'd certainly cook the competition.
You know, the food we get from the food market is pretty tasty.
Right? I wonder where they get all that fresh produce from.
Let's find out.
So the Good Food School Market is a collaboration that we have with the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank, and that allows our students access to free shelf-stable items, and then once a month they allow students free access to fresh produce items that are donated from various community members.
Every month, HHS students get a chance to stop by the food market table during dismissal and grab different types of foods for free of charge.
I think the biggest thing is just kind of spreading the word about the food market and kind of breaking the stigma of it. I think a lot of students feel ashamed to come to the food market or feel like just because their family might not be in an economic situation where they're in need of food that they're not able to come, but it truly is for everybody. So having everybody be an active participant is one way that students could help out. We also are always in need of volunteers. If there are any like TA blocks during, or students that are TAs during fourth block that want to come help out, we always welcome them. Any student organizations that want to assist with the food market, I'm happy to take them on as well.
The last one is cilantro. It's great with tacos.
I think that the one thing I would want to kind of spread the word about is that the Good Food School Market is an amazing resource, but if you also know of anybody in need or if you are in need yourself, please come check out Bolt's Closet. That's where we keep our shelf-stable food items. We also have access to free hygiene products. If you're interested in setting up a one-on-one appointment, you can email myself, Ms. Greer, or our school social worker, Ms. Ronnie Goldberg, to set up an appointment, or sometimes we're open during lunch. But again, there's no requirements for who can benefit from these. They are truly here for everybody. So.
Moustafa Majdoub from HHS Media.
Well, now I'm hungry.
There. Just imagine eating a nice meal watching the rain come in.
Is it going to rain?
I actually have no idea.
But do you know who does?
Take it away, Eliel.
Thank you, Daniela. Let's see. Looks like that nice meal might have to be planned for the beginning of the incoming week. Next week, we have rain on the end of the week on Thursday and on Friday. For our warmest day, we will have right in the middle of the week on Wednesday with a high of 75 and a low of 50. For the other side of the dinner table, we have our coldest day, which will be on Saturday with a high of 56 and a low of 35. Other than clouds and those previously mentioned rains near the end of the week, there is nothing to worry about. That was Blue Streaks weather. Back to the desk.
That's all for today, Blue Streaks. I'm Daniela Paz.
And I'm Emily Argueta.
Enjoy your Friday off.
Bye!